before top surgery, I felt like I had nothing going on.
I don't like when it's called top surgery.
I
That's
got
for
my
the
boobies.
boys. Top surgery
You're
is
right,
for the boys.
you're right.
It's a breast augmentation electrolysis. Yeah, I used to get it without any anesthetic, and it would just be like this old like hippie lady basically poking my genitals with a needle.
They denied it 3 separate times, and my nurse person was like, you're gonna have to be like a landmark case in Texas to move this forward and get it approved. Okay, all right, and we are back in. Welcome to another episode of the Dullest Deranged podcast. Hi, Gorge.
Hi, Gorge.
How are you doing, Gorge?
Gorge, I am pretty good, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you had to like describe your life in a sentence right now, what would it be?
My life in a sentence?
Yeah.
It would probably be
Just the word
probably or like dumb.
dumb.
Dumb and
That's just what I call you.
yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just picking up what you say to me all the time. So I don't know if I'm actually being that original.
Makes sense. I feel like it like post Brat Girl Summer, like very like we're beautiful and we're stupid.
Stupid, beautiful girl autumn.
Yeah. Something like that.
Well, I think it's like demure autumn now.
It is demure autumn, which is like which is gonna be hard for us.
That is gonna be really hard for us because we're
Exactly.
What word would you describe your life?
Well, a sentence, it would be driving around LA in my car and trying not to go on my phone because I'm really trying to not do that anymore. I've been pretty successful.
Not to use your phone and just drive around?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I feel like, yeah, that's, if I had to describe my life right now, something like that. Driving around LA and serving.
Okay, I love that.
Because
a lot of driving
drive
around.
So much here.
I mean, it's kind of inescapable.
It's like awful. I become a different person in the car. I yell at people. The other
Really?
day,
Oh, you get road rage?
I think I do. The other day I went like this to someone.
You went like this?
Yeah.
Like the Italian thing?
Kind of.
What?
Because they like wouldn't let me turn and I was just like.
You went like this?
I think so. I don't really remember.
What does that mean?
It means like, hey.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
I'm walking.
For those who are listening, we're doing the...
Driving like a madman. I don't know.
We're doing like the racist Italian hand movement.
I swear I went like this to a car the other day. So yeah, I think my life is driving around
Have
LA.
you thrown up the middle finger before while driving?
I think I have. But I try not to because I feel like in LA you might get shot.
In LA you might get shot?
Yeah.
Girl, that's Texas.
Well, I've never been to Texas, famously.
In LA, people do not... Is that the thing you think? Well, maybe that's coming from Minneapolis, the safest city in the U.S.
Is that really true?
I don't know, but it feels like it if you think LA, that's the connotation. I feel like that's not a... I feel like that is very much...
I just feel like people have so much road rage here. I don't know if it like...
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's worse in Texas.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like that's what I think of when I think about my life right now. Like that episode of Squidward, or SpongeBob, when Squidward just is like driving around the car and going to his job and gets crazy.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, that's sad.
Yeah. Wait, no, just kidding.
That's the sad
It's not sad.
You're talking about when that fish is like, it cuts between that fish, like going to work, going in the car, sitting in the car, and then like staring out his window.
Yeah.
That's how it feels right now. It's kind of sad. That was that was like supposed to be sad, but you love it. You like the routine?
No, I don't know. I don't like driving so much. I do like the routine. I've been feeling like an adult lately.
That's stunning. I hate a routine.
I have been enjoying like I like feel like I finally like am just like doing the things I need to be doing, you know? I'm at that age.
Aww, that's nice, Gorge. I like that.
Like driving around in my car to places.
That is very adult, is driving around in your car and going places.
Anyway.
So this episode, we're going to be talking about surgery.
We've had it.
We have had surgery. You've most recently had your surge.
I had my first.
And you're gearing up for your future surges.
Yeah, but I don't have anything on the books yet. But so I had my FFS, facial feminization surgery. recently, like a month ago.
It's been 2 months, Gorge.
That's crazy. So yeah, I had that, and then I'm gonna get a boob job and bottom surgery eventually.
Stunning.
But you know, it's a long process. So
Yeah.
that's my vibe.
The bottom surgery process sounds fucking rough.
Well, I've been getting electrolysis on my cooter cat. Or my not cooter cat.
You're reverse.
My reverse cooter cat.
You're inside. Rude. What? Right in front of my podcast?
Right in front of my podcast?
In front of my podcast?
No, I have been getting electrolysis on my shussy.
And your shussy?
My sheep.
So it's extra femme.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
like
I
a double
that.
negative, so it cancels out.
Oh, I see.
Dick on my dick and balls. And it's a process. I mean, I used to get it just like because I've been doing it for like 6 months almost. You have to do like a full year and a half usually of electrolysis before bottom surgery because they use often the skin from that area to create the inside of your vagina. And if it has hair growing on it, I'm sure everyone listening to this probably knows.
You don't want a hairy vagina.
Not a hairy
on the interior.
Because that honestly can be painful.
Yeah, that would be very bad, yeah.
Yeah. So, getting electrolysis. Yeah, I used to get it without any, like, anesthetic. And it would just be, like, this old, like, hippie lady who would just put a needle, literally, like, basically poking my genitals with a needle. And it would be painful. And then it does this, like, zappy thing.
Oh, my God.
It's like worse than getting a hair pulling out. It's a kind of, like...
It sounds horrible.
No, it's awful. And she would play this weird, like, hippie radio station. She was, like, some, like, hippie from, like, I think she lived in, like, Santa Ana. And, like, she would always be, like, when I would be like, no, it's okay, you can keep going. She'd be like, okay, good girl.
She'd say good girl to you?
But in, like, the old lady way.
Oh, you wouldn't, like... a little?
No. Because I was very like, this is not sexual. An old lady is putting a needle in my penis. Like,
then no, that's not sexual at all.
To some people, I'm sure that is.
Like a little cock and ball torture.
Literally, like, I'm not kink shaming.
If you were into cock and ball torture, do you think electrolysis would be hot, or do you think it would ruin it for you?
It's a really important question.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. I don't really know.
Do you wanna
I'm not into cock and ball torture personally.
Do you wanna
let me say
call up your dad and ask?
What's this referencing?
It's just a joke. Because your dad's into cock and ball torture.
Oh yeah, I should. You want to call up your mom and ask? No, but seriously, I'm like, what if? I don't know the appeal of ball torture, like if it's like you get pleasure from the pain or from the humiliation of having your cock tortured.
I don't know. I think like when like you're an old white man, you need a hobby. and like they don't really do things like knitting and like starting
you think
a podcast
it's mostly
bestie.
Old white men who have this fetish?
Oh, for sure.
That tracks for me.
Old white men aren't starting a podcast with their best friend.
No, they're actually they are many such
many such cases.
Unfortunately, there are many such cases of this.
Anyway, surgery.
So
yeah, that's all in preparation for bottom surgery. I'm doing that, and then I will be getting a breast augmentation somewhere down the line. But what's your experience with surgery?
Oh, well, you know, I've had my FFS, I've had my tits done, I've had my boobs boobified, and I've had my orchiectomy, which is having your balls removed. I guess I can kind of go bit by bit there. My first one was my FFS, and it was like a 2-year process to get that approved because like from my first appointment, it took 2 years before I had my surgery.
Yeah, I think it's because, I swear it's because you were before your FFS.
No, it was not. It was not. I can tell you. I'll tell you the story. It was because of transphobic Texas healthcare. I was on my parents' health insurance plan when I was first starting, and they denied it 3 separate times. And my nurse person was like, you're going to have to be like a landmark case in Texas to like move this forward and get it approved. And I was about to like speak to a lawyer and everything and fully like try and redo this. But luckily I got a new job, and it was it was the job I have now.
You basically saw like an easier way out with your current job.
Yeah, so once I switched, then it immediately got approved once it was
Yeah.
under California insurance. Like
What was that? What was it like when you woke up from surgery from FFS? What is your
my
first
head
memory?
hurt. Oh my God, it was such a situation because
It's pain, right?
it was so painful. And they didn't give me the good drugs after my FFS. Like, my FFS surgeon is really intensive. She's like, oh, you don't get any opioids. It's just high-strength Tylenol and ibuprofen. And I'm like,
That's crazy.
I know, wild.
That's insane. I remember I was in so much pain when I woke up from facial feminization surgery that like I kept on saying to like my nurse, I was like, I'm in pain. And she was like, I don't know, you're already on a lot of fentanyl. And I was like, fentanyl,
Give me
like
more
in
fent.
Euphoria? Like, I fully didn't realize that's what they did.
Yeah, that is what they use it for.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it is painful. I mean, like, what did you get done?
I had my forehead reshaped.
Is that okay to ask?
Yeah, of course, Gorge. I'm pretty sure we both know what we've all had done anyway.
Yeah.
But I got my forehead reshaped. I think it's stunning to think about how they reshaped the forehead. But anyway, I got my forehead reshaped. I got my brow bone shaved. And I got fat put in my cheeks and a little bit to round out my chin. And that's all.
Nice.
Yeah. I just think it's stunning how your forehead is actually like literally like a few millimeters thick. And they just like crack it open. Like with a little thing.
No, it's crazy.
They're
And
just,
they
like-
peel they have to like make an incision on the top of the head and peel the scalp down.
Yeah.
That's how they get to it. I had a bit different. I had my brow bone and orbital bone shaved, so basically my brow bone, and then I had some slight like chin contouring.
Did you reshape your forehead at all?
Is that when they do the hairline?
No. I didn't do the hairline.
What is that? What's the difference between brow bone and reshaping the forehead?
The forehead is like your full on, like my forehead used to be a lot more slanted and they rounded it out a little.
I don't think so. I don't think they did that for
Okay.
me.
So they just shaved your brow bone.
The brow and like orbital, technically.
Yeah, I
guess.
think they shaved my orbital as well.
So orbital, for those of you who don't know, your brow bone is like in the middle between your eyebrows, and your orbital bone is like the corner of your like eye socket, basically. And in people who are born male, it's more masculine, I guess. It seems more masculine to have a strong brow bone and an orbital bone that sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
So us stunning little whimsical creatures,
we just want that shaved.
we just get it
a quick little
shaved,
shave.
like a quick little,
Like it's
like a
nothing.
30-minute, like
It's literally nothing.
literally like getting Botox.
It's actually, yeah, you just go in and they're like, little shave, and then you're like, oh, I'm done.
I've been saying I'm ready to get my brow bone certification.
Oh, so you can do your shavings.
I want to start doing brow bones because it's the recovery for brow bone was so fast that it's like,
So you
it
could
made
probably-
me think
yeah,
like I could open a little like
I
little
doubt it
salon.
takes that much.
Brow Bones by Veronica. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know, Gord.
I
I don't know. I feel like you need more of like a medical license.
no, for real.
And everything.
I do remember thinking like during all my appointments, if I was a surgeon, I'd be such a good FFS surgeon. Because they're really thinking about like the angles of your face.
They really are.
It's kind of strange. It is a weird experience. Was it weird for you seeing your bones up and like
Seeing them after
the CAT scan, like when they like do the rendering of your face before FFS?
Oh, no, they never showed me that.
Wait, really?
Did they show you, like, how it was gonna look or something?
No, we looked at, like, I think it's the CAT scan, right? That takes the pictures of your skull.
Mm-hmm.
We looked at my skull on, like, a big screen, and, like, she pointed to the areas she could change, and that's how we decided.
Whoa.
And it was, like, on a TV-sized screen, so I was, like, pointing at my chin, and she was like, yeah, look, we'll, like, round that out a little bit. And she was, like, selecting the areas that could be, like, affected by surgery, which were, like, small.
Well, no, my surgeon just did a bunch of measurements in my face. Like, before the CAT scan, we decided.
Was your surgeon a boy or a girl?
Oh, was your surgeon a boy or a girl?
Was your surgeon a boy or a girl?
My surgeon was actually a girl, and she's, like, freaking cool.
Same. I liked having a woman's surgeon.
I don't know if I trust a man to get in there.
I, like, do, but I feel
If
like
he was gay, I would trust him if he was gay.
Yeah, what I liked about having a woman surgeon was that, like, she understood like subtlety, but in the sense that I feel like she understood that, like, beauty trends kind of change over time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, a certain kind of look that, like, tends to, like, weather the test of time the best when it comes to surgery. And, like, I don't know, you can tell, like, she really, like, had, like, considered these things, not just from, like, a medical sense, from also, like,
from an actual, like, aesthetic
and, like, societal sense of how people view women who got surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know, I didn't want that, like, you know, that tiny chin that used to be really popular,
that tiny little sharpness,
that little like triangle chin that was, like, popular in 2016. I feel like that was a man's work. Oh my god, is that shady?
Oh, throwing shade at Nikita Dragun.
No, I did not say her name.
You heavily implied.
Did she even get that surgery?
And it was a male
surgeon. Did she
surgeon.
even get FFS?
Her surgeon is a man. And yes, she got FFS.
Yeah.
When I woke up, I was really annoyed because I didn't get to drink water at all. And I was extremely dehydrated, and I kept being like, I need water. And I was like, I need to go home so I can drink water. And they gave me, like, a tiny little Dixie cup. And I was like, I need more water right now. And the moment I went home and I got a little bit of water, I projectile vomited everywhere.
Oh my God.
I, like, stood up and then went to sleepy time. It was stunning, actually.
That sounds awful, though. I can't imagine being in all those bandages and throwing up. Like,
yeah, it was not cute.
I don't know. I'm not really a big water drinker.
I know. Gosh. You're a Diet Coke girl.
I know. I like my, like, Diet Coke and my coffee. I like to stay dehydrated.
I know. You're kind of a freak like that.
Yeah. Like, I drink water, like, once a day unless I, like, work out or something.
You drink water once a day? Like, how much is once?
No, maybe more. I'm not one of those, like, freaks who, like, has a water bottle and is like
one glass. One of those freaks who has a water bottle.
Because
that is a low bar.
Everyone's so obsessed with water lately, and
that is normal to drink water
all the time. Like, do you need to bring it to work?
Yes, that's normal. They have Whataburgers. They have water bottles at my work, and I always drink 2 water bottles while I'm at work. And I also drink my energy drinks.
I think the thing about me is, like, I don't really drink water when I'm like outside of the house, unless I'm, like, at a restaurant or working out. Yeah.
I feel like the thing is, I'm a freak for water bottles, like plastic water bottles. You know why I'm even more of a freak?
Why?
Because I have an oral fixation and I love to chew on water bottle caps.
That is really freaky of you.
Isn't that really
weird? You like to chew them up and
like
composite them in your body.
Yeah, I put a bunch of microplastics.
Recycle them?
Yeah, I do. I spit it out. But I'm microplastics patient 0, basically.
No, literally, microplastics. I don't remember what the statistics was, but, like, the rate of, like, microplastics in our bloodstream is, like, up by 50%.
It's all me. I'm making that statistic happen. I'm the outlier. I'm bringing everyone up to 15%.
Honestly.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. I have a question, but, like, when you like take when you have like when you get strap-on sex, when you take the strap or whatever,
Does
that make more microplastics in your body?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
It's like, because at that point
I
you're
doubt
like
it.
boofing them.
That's a really good question, Gorge. I feel like they're not like falling apart unless you have like a really old strap on.
Yeah, but like
That's like
neither
kind of
is like
crickety.
any plastic really. Like when I where do they even come from?
Where
Like when I
do
drink,
these microplastics come from?
I think a lot of it comes from like sometimes in plastic water bottles when the water just sits. The plastic will like
That's
fall
from
into it or
chicken
whatever.
nuggets.
I don't know. There's like someone who knows. There is someone who knows, and it is
in
not
our food.
in our food.
Well, it's in chicken nuggies. Like, have you seen a microscopic view of a chicken nugget? I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you
No.
throw up.
No, no. I had a little like a very demure little like burp that I was trying to cover up.
No, I'm sorry to point it out.
It's okay.
There's a bunch of plastic in chicken nuggies. A lot.
Whoa.
Like, it's disgusting, actually.
That's fine
Like,
with me though,
different.
because
Well, you don't eat meat.
yeah, I'd rather eat plastic than meat. I think humans
You're
should
so
be,
weird about your vegetarianism,
Why?
too.
because I do it.
Because you don't have, like, a strong, like, moral thing about it, other than I feel like your one big reason is that it's easier to be a bottom if you're a vegetarian.
I said that
That's
was
like your one real reason that you
no, that
cite.
is not my one real reason.
That
That's
is
just
your
the-
13th
That's just
reason.
like that's one of the benefits.
I feel like that's your top reason.
No, it's like hard to explain. When I was like 23 or 22, I saw this YouTube video about like the beef industry and how cattle cows are treated, or not cattle cows, how dairy cows are treated, and it just like the cattle industry in general, and it just like grossed me out. So then at that moment, I like became dramatically like I'm morally against eating meat. But then like I kind of just became like a habit thing, and I like my habits, and now like being a vegetarian, like it's just like an annoying thing I do, and like who would I be if I stopped doing it?
You wouldn't have your annoying thing anymore.
No, I'm also a pescatarian. I eat
Yeah, you're
fish.
not a real vegetarian.
I know, but like pescatarian sounds so annoying. I just always say vegetarian, but I am technically a pescatarian.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, surgery. What was the recovery process like for you for FFS?
Oh, it was rough. I didn't like want to leave the house for like a month, and it looked like I had like gotten beat up. Like my eye was like fully bloody.
I remember for a second there, it was giving like
It was giving victim.
It was giving like those like sand people in Star Wars. No, in a different movie.
Which
What am I thinking of?
you thinking of Dune?
Maybe. Because we had all the wraps around your head and then you looked puffy.
Oh, yeah, the Fremen. You're thinking of the Fremen in Dune. But I did not have bright blue eyes. I had bloody... my eye was filled up with blood.
Low-key, we all look like Beetlejuice like the first couple of days after FFS.
Yeah, and your face... My eyes swelled shut. I was watching Death Note, and I had to switch from the subs to the dub because I couldn't see the subs anymore. You don't understand what that means.
I know what Death Note is.
Do you know?
I've seen Death Note more than once. What did you say? I haven't? Because I have. Because I used to really, really ship Light and what's his name?
Who doesn't?
I watched Death Note twice because I watched it the first time by myself, and then the second time I pretended to watch it the first time because a guy was showing it to me.
Wait, I love that. Aww.
So yeah, I've actually seen it twice.
Okay, so you're kind of a weeb.
I had an anime phase. We've had this conversation like I kid you not, 5 times.
You're kind of a weeb.
The way it always shocks you. I watched Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yes.
Attack on Titan. Death Note,
Mm.
and Yuri on Ice,
Yeah.
and maybe another one I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those. Oh, and I watched I watched part of the one about the butler.
Black Butler?
Yeah, I watched Black Butler.
I never watched that one.
This was all like in 2019. This was pre-pandemic. I remember it was right before the pandemic. I got into anime because of my roommate Brandon.
Well, I love that. I've gotten into anime this year. But anyway,
Surgery.
surgery. So
Surgery.
my FFS was stunning. Then I got my tits done, which was also really stunning.
I feel like tits you were like back in like a minute. I remember you got your boobs done and then I like saw them a week later in Katina's bedroom.
Yeah, but they didn't look good.
Yes, they did. I thought they looked good.
To me, they took like months before I was happy with how they looked.
Like you had or have really good nipples for a boob job.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like mine are gonna like look uneven.
You have gorgeous nipples. What are you talking about?
But I don't know. I don't like my nipples. But
why don't you like your nipples?
I feel like I'll like them after
I feel like we have similar shaped nipples.
I feel like I might like them after I get a boob job. I don't like my nipples now because they take up too much space and they actually make my boobs look smaller. Did you ever get that?
I just never thought before top surgery I felt like I had nothing going on.
I don't like when it's called top surgery.
Okay, before
that's for the boys. Top surgery. You're right.
You're right.
It's a breast augmentation.
Before I got my boobies done, I felt like I had nothing going on there, and I didn't even think about my nipples. I guess
I stare at my nipples all the time, and I feel like I wouldn't even want a breast augmentation maybe if my nipples were just hard all the time or like smaller, because when they make my
smaller.
When my nipples are like more like hard and like less big, they make my boobs look smaller and more round. Whereas when they're kind of in their like puffy state, it just gives like teen girl, I don't know, not to be weird, but like it gives like a weird effect that I don't like.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, I like struggle so much with like my tits just popping out of things because they're so small that they don't really like go into the clothes. Like the other night when we were at at Transcendent, which is like a fun dance DJ thing, my friend Joanna was like, "Girl, you looked so good. Your nipples were popping out." And I was like, that's not a positive.
That is a positive, though.
That is not a positive. That's not demure.
I think your nipples look stunning, Gorge.
Thank you.
I think you should have more pride in your nipples. I think they look very feminine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're also like pretty brown, I think, which is like weird because I'm kind of pale, but
I don't know.
Moving on.
I don't think that's so weird. I don't know, Gorge. I think your nipples are beautiful. In
Thank
conclusion.
A podcast. This episode is about my nipples.
This is actually, we'll title it Veronica's Nipples.
We're going to measure them.
Yeah. We're gonna... Yeah, my tits were pretty stunning, but yeah, they took forever to set, and they're still numb. It's been like a year.
They're still numb?
At least around just that space, like an inch in diameter around the nipple, it's pretty numb.
What about the areola?
That feeling has come back, but like, and on the skin around the nipple, it's still like all the feeling has not come back. But anyway, then I got my orchiectomy, which is just a little neuter. And for that...
So jealous of that.
It was stunning. What'd you say?
I'm so jealous of that.
Well, you're going to get the whole cooter.
Well, I'll get the whole cooter. I just, like, I'm sick of taking...
You said that's so Midwestern.
Cooter? When I get my cooter done?
When you get your cooter done.
Oh my... Don't say cooter. We're recording. Gosh darn it.
Oh my God.
But, no, like, I really want to stop taking Spyro because,
oh, yeah.
I'm, like, sick of it.
Did you not switch to bicalutamide?
No, I'm, like, beefing with my endocrinologist.
They didn't let you switch?
No, I'm beefing with him because I canceled. I didn't show up to our last appointment, and now I'm scared to talk to him.
Oh, okay.
so gotta fix that beef.
So that'll happen.
He hates me.
I'm sure he does.
I think he's obsessed with me, actually.
I think he is. He's like always like asking about your levels and your hormones.
Literally, mind your business.
Like get out of my pants.
Literally, just give me my drugs. I know what I'm doing.
Thank you. Let the dolls self-medicate.
Let me self-medicate. Low key, I did not get like natural breasts from hormones until like 3 or 4 years into my transition, when during the pandemic, mostly out of boredom, I just took all my stockpile estrogen.
Like, what do you mean? You all at once?
I would say I was taking 4 times my dose.
Whoa.
And I did that for a month and a half, and my boobs got bigger, finally.
Oh my God, that's dangerous, but
I'm not advising. Oh my God, I'm not advising it.
That is though.
I'm not advising it.
Though.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like, there's a level of innovation and risk-taking.
You're a bit of a woman in STEM,
a little bit. I was, like, I was my own lab rat in that sense.
I'd say you're a woman in STEM.
Please don't overdose on estrogen.
Yeah. They gave me the biggest drugs whenever I came out of my orchiectomy, and it was the most low-key surgery ever.
But you were in some pain, right?
I was definitely, no, for sure. It was painful, but not as much as my face at all.
The face is insane. Because it's like, I don't want to like scare anyone, but the face...
It's intense. It's your face.
It's your face. So not only is it like in like the regions of your face that you had surgically altered, but then it becomes a headache, and then like it becomes like a pulsing feeling in your that starts in your face, and it kind of spreads to the rest of your body almost. Yeah. It's interesting. Well, I would get really cranky. I would get like really cranky, and like the first week of after surge, I just like felt insane.
With my orchiectomy, I just, I couldn't really walk around. Like, I just, like, sitting down and standing up hurts so much. I was just like, oh, my balls that don't exist.
What's been your worst thing about surgery that happened?
I think probably the face was the hardest for sure. And just, like, feeling so gross for, like, a couple months. Or, like, yeah. I felt, like, gross for, like, 2 months.
Which is crazy, because you looked so... I remember, like, the first time I saw you after surgery, you looked really... You had a bit of, like, bruising under your eyes.
Yeah, I did not feel... I felt really swollen and gross. You, I feel like, were literally a week after.
Somehow my body recovered very fast from this surgery. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm younger or whatever. I mean, I'm 20. I was 27 at the time. So, oh no, 28. So yeah, I don't know. But I feel like I recovered pretty fast. My surgeon told me that she was super light about it. So that might have been a factor. But mostly, it's not like I felt really like anxious after my surgery, because I wasn't sure if I was looking at my face or at the results or the swelling. And I still feel like that a little bit, even though I feel like it's really gone down mostly. And like,
I don't notice that. I'm sure like there's a little bit of swelling that has yet to gone down, but to me, you look fully healed.
It was crazy though, because I looked so swollen for the first like 4 days.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
And then my face started to settle, and I was still looking swollen, but I also started to look. And I was like, whoa, this is weird. This is crazy.
Isn't it crazy how immediate... Like, especially with the forehead. It's like, I felt my forehead when I woke up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, in a weird way. Like, when I was still swollen, but I started to look dear. Like, this was, like, the second week, kind of. I started to look like Latina Phoebe Bridgers or something. Do you remember that?
No, I did, yeah.
And it's because she has, like, kind of, like, puffy under eyes or something. And a round forehead, and my forehead was very swollen.
Yeah. You did. I feel like you still do look like Latina Phoebe Bridgers.
Thank you. But I felt like I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, your face does look different. Like, yeah. It does change. I don't know. It takes some getting used to, but in the sense that, like...
In the sense that...
it's not like I made peace with the fact that my face looks different. It's just like I would look at it and see a difference, and now I just don't remember.
Yeah, no, that's how. Well, I feel like I look at old photos, pre-FFS photos, and I'm like, whoa, that was such a difference. But like day to day, I'm like, I don't really think about it. But when I look back, I'm like, oh my God, because I felt like I had really resting bitch face. Like I had like I look like this a lot more, and now I feel like I'm like a little bit brightened.
I think I looked like goofier. Almost, but that might just be my own perception of myself.
I think it's all, that's the thing, is like I feel like it's so internal because it really is. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like people, girls being like, I think, I don't know. I feel like maybe this is like, I feel like FFS is not the end all be all in passing, I guess. I feel like people put it on a pedestal, and I feel like the changes are, at the end of the day, millimeters of...
No, yeah.
I don't know if that's... It really makes that...
I kind of think it's the T, at least for like passing,
You
like
think it
not
is?
getting misgendered. I don't know. But low-key,
I feel like it's all the voice. I think it's all the voice.
I feel like the voice is like what makes you like stealth.
Yeah.
But like getting like gendered correctly, like even if it's like some like douchebag or whatever, like if you're like enough, I don't know. It's funny that you say that though, because my mom was super anti me getting FFS. And like my mom, like, and she's amazing. She like came to take care of me and stuff. Like, she's great. Like she like supported me, but she like personally told me like, I don't think you should get it. And I mean, I think I was before FFS. Like, let's be real.
You were.
And one time she told me, like, because she would just try to I don't know why. My mom is like from like the 80s where like if you got plastic surgery, you're a bimbo or whatever.
Oh yeah, true.
She just like didn't want me to do it. And
I mean, she's right.
She is, yeah. I mean, unfortunate. But anyway, one time she was like, yeah, Veronica, like, I know you want to get surgery in your face, but I don't think it's your face. It's the way you walk. And then other times...
Clocked her tea down.
She clocked me so good. And other times she's been like... It's like surgery, but also little things. Like if you wore earrings every day. Yeah.
Low-key, I think it is little things.
It is little things. Like, no, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, for sure.
It's crazy. No, my mom is like my biggest supporter and my biggest supporter of me serving passing doll boobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what my mom said to me after? So I had my surgery. I woke up from FFS. And then my mom like took me home. She was taking care of me. Then we went back to the hospital like the third day for my like first post FFS appointment. And I was waiting, and I was wearing like a flannel and like jeans or something, and my face was completely wrapped up. I was like still in pain. And my mom looks at me and she's like, what's the point in all this effort if you're gonna dress so butch?
Oh, she thought she was serving tuna tartare.
My mom was like, why didn't you like dress up a little bit? Come on, we're leaving the house. It's like the first time in 3 days. Meanwhile, I had bandages around my head.
She doesn't understand the whole point of getting FFS is to serve butch fishy realness.
It is kind of that, because
it's going outside without makeup. In a t-shirt.
There is an element of that to it, because I do remember like even like before getting FFS, like I'd been transitioning for 8 years, and like I would rarely get misgendered. It would happen every once in a while, but I'm sure it'll happen eventually. I haven't since I got FFS, but I'm sure at some point. But there was like an anxiety about like leaving the house, no makeup, and like a flannel and jeans. Like people are more likely to perceive you as something else at that point. I don't know. But I don't know. It's like crazy to think, because it's crazy to think like, do people really notice those differences in the face?
That's what I'm saying.
Is it just like in my head? Because the reason I got facial feminization surgery was because I'm just so in my head
Yeah.
that I wanted to like alleviate my own like body image issues and my own mental image of myself. And like, I thought that if I did this, then I'd like, this is like corny, but like have an easier time looking in the mirror, basically.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel too. Like, I feel like it was a personal thing, and I do feel like much happier with just like,
But I
my
swear
face.
it makes a difference in the way people perceive you, but maybe that's just me thinking that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard. I don't know. It's so hard to think of like the differences in like possibility in society versus just your own internalized.
Yeah.
Okay, so wrapping up, I feel like we've talked a lot about the horrors of surgery, but I think we should talk about the best thing about surgery.
I mean, you can go first.
I mean, I think the best part of surgery is like fucking going under. It's so fun. It's like so
You're
fucking
so crazy
stunning.
for that.
I love getting
You're so crazy for that.
I love getting anesthetized. Like, I wish I could do more surgeries. Like, I'm done with my surgeries and I want to do more surgeries.
You like being taken care of, maybe, right?
I love getting doted on and taken care of and just having to recover. I mean, all the other stuff that I got the surgery for is like, sure, great. Love having a new face. But that moment when they hook you up and they're like, okay, count down from 10. And you start counting down and you never hit 0. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? And you're just like, fade out. You like drift off. It's so stunning to me.
I was too stressed the whole time to enjoy it, I think.
Did they hit you with some anti-anxiety meds?
No.
Gorge.
I was too demure. I didn't ask for that.
Every single time I've gone in for surgery, I'm like, I'm anxious right now. I need my Xanax.
I need
and they hooked me up and put it right in.
I don't know. I was talking to my like nurse a lot before my surgery, and she was kind of crazy. She was this like old Russian lady she was kind of like kooky and quirky. Like, she was like taking my blood pressure before she like put the anesthesia needle in me or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she took my blood pressure and it came out 69. And she was like, 69, do you know what that means? And I was like, I thought it was a German accent, but she was like, and I don't know why I said this. I don't know why. I think it was because she reminded me of a teacher I had, but I was like, no, I don't know. I just pretended not to know. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, it's 69 is the love number.
The love number?
And 72, that's the money number.
Oh, I haven't heard 72. Oh, because it's like 7-2 is upside down is a 7.
I don't know why it's the money number, but apparently it's the money number, so that's my new lucky number.
Okay, wait, I love that. That's gorgeous.
And then shortly after that, I don't know. I don't really remember the moment I like passed out. And then I woke up. And then my mom was there and she helped me get dressed, and then yeah.
So what was the best part about surgery for you?
Like I do like I like my new face. I don't know.
Yeah,
The results.
You're fresh. You're fresh Chilean sea bass.
My
Gorge.
fresh Chilean ceviche.
Fishy doesn't even. It doesn't even capture. It is ounce.
Nice. Like all those things we described. Like just feeling like easier about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. As far as like the surgery process, I mean, it was an intense 2 weeks. I feel like I liked how fast I recovered. Like, I was out and about like on the 3rd week.
So
I literally
stunning.
went to the beach.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, that is so stunning, Gorge.
I liked all of that. I did and I didn't like all the attention because I just like it's at a time when you're like in like the first few weeks of post surgery, you think
it's very vulnerable,
and you think everything is going wrong because you're swollen. So that, but I don't know. It was fine. I think the process was fine. I liked. Oh my god! Actually, wait. I changed my answer.
What's your real answer?
3 weeks PTO.
Oh, yeah, you did love that. bitch.
I was living.
You were living.
I found joy in doing tasks and just doing errands because
That's stunning.
like, you know, like you take time off and you do something, or it's the weekend and like you have to have fun or you have to get things done. Like just being off of work and at home for 3 weeks, I found joy, so much joy in like going to the grocery store, and that's all I did that day.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, there is an element of also like taking care and being mindful of your recovery that feels nice.
It's very feminine.
But I would say in general, like the first couple weeks of post-surgery are just a stressful time, especially if you're someone who struggles with losing control.
Oh, for sure. If you don't like, the thing is, I love losing control. I love just being taken care of. So I'm like, please, like both when I had my boobs and my face, my mom came and visited me. And Nora, my partner, was also taking care of me. So I felt like I just had my mom and my girlfriend just like both kind of doting on me. And
like you don't have control over yourself in that sense. Like you can't really feed yourself for a few days.
Yeah.
But then there's also this like sense of like you really like you have no control of your face right now. And I guess you really never do. But it's like swollen and you have no control over like how you think you'll look.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
you don't know, and it is just scary to like see your face in this extreme state, and like your first reaction automatically is, oh God, they messed up. Like it's
I think I was more scared with that about my tits than my face.
Oh, I remember,
because with my face, it felt very like, I don't know. It felt very black and white. The face felt a lot more black and white to me because it was like turn this quote unquote male forehead to a quote unquote female forehead. Turn this male brow line to a female brow line. And to me, it didn't feel super rooted in like aesthetics. It felt very attached to male and female. But I feel like tits are like, there's so many different ways to do tits. Like you could get tits that go way out, tits that sag more, tits that are perkier, tits that are...
But it really depends on, like, I feel like that depends on your body and how your body takes the implants.
Yeah, exactly. It even depends on that, like, how wide your chest is, how far apart your nipples... Like, I feel like it's so much more aesthetics with the tits. Like, you could get small boobs, you could get big boobs, like...
Yeah, that's true.
And I was like, oh my God, what if I get the boobs and I'm just like, ugh, I wish they didn't look like I felt so much more confident in my face. I'm like, okay, unless the surgeon like totally this up, I'm gonna be happy with the results because I know exactly what's gonna happen. Like she's gonna shave these specific millimeters or whatever.
I mean, they turned out stunning.
Thank you, Gorge.
And I feel like it really, like, from what I've been told, it really has to do with, like, how your body reacts to implants and, like, what's already there.
Yeah. No, it's very much, like, I'm glad I waited until, like, 3 years into my transition to get them because I know some girls get it earlier and there's, like, not much, like, fat to work with.
Yeah, I say if you want to get something right away, get FFS right away.
Yes. Do not get... if I were to give some advice for some hopeful listeners, a lot of surgeons do recommend you be on hormones for 3 years before getting implants because you may get the tits that you want just from hormones. Like a lot of girls I see, not a lot of girls, but like some girls get D cups.
And good for you, you lucky bitch.
And I'm like, you bitch. Yeah, I'm like, I wish. And they get D cups just from hormones. And if you can get that, do that, Gorge. There's no reason to get implants if you can get D cups.
Regardless, like if you have a little bit, like whatever you can like get from hormones would go into making your implants look more natural.
Exactly. And you're not going to get it all depends on how much stretch you have in your boobs. So if you only have like a little bit, say you've only been on hormones for like a year, you're not going to have that much stretch to work with, and they're not going to be able to fit very big implants. This is why they usually recommend you be on hormones for a few years.
when my boobs got bigger, my friend from college who didn't really understand how hormones work asked me how they got bigger, and I told her that I started eating a lot of Jell-O, and she believed me, I swear.
That's so funny.
And I was like joking in the way where like I thought it was obvious that I was joking.
Oh my god,
but then
cis women are so funny sometimes.
Yeah, and then she told me later that she tried eating a ton of Jell-O because she wanted her boobs to get bigger.
That is so funny. No, girl. Oh my god, that's so hilarious. I've heard there's like what is it? There's like bee sting or like in honey or something.
Oh
there
my
was
God.
some pseudoscience.
Speaking of bee stings,
Yeah.
I was at Transcendent at this party. I was talking to our friend Kasha, friend of the pod, icon. We should have her on.
Sure.
When we learn how to do guests, we should have her on. She's been really into, what is it called? Bee farming, beekeeping.
Oh yeah.
She said that the bee stings have been really good for her skin and her health in general.
Oh, okay. I
and
love
her
that.
and like mental clarity.
Okay.
She says that bee stings
Mental
might
clarity.
be what?
Mental clarity.
Yeah, she says that there's like health benefits to the bee stings.
Okay. Well, maybe they do make your tits bigger.
Maybe, honestly.
I don't know.
My tits right now are just two little bee stings, but anyway,
I can't wait for you to get big implants, Gorge.
I'm excited.
It's going to be stunning.
I think what I like thought a lot about during surgery and still think about is like the difference between feeling different and looking different, like the physical change and like the metaphysical change. Like I don't think it's really possible. When people tell me like, "Oh, like how do you feel?" I'm like, I think I feel good. I feel great, but it's like really hard to know how I feel in relation to this like actual physical change. Like like you just don't know until I don't think I will know until years from now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no, it's I feel like it is so much of a feeling thing. Like I literally just like feeling the weight of my boobs, like even just like like going to sleep, just like feeling it, the weight on my chest. It feels like very just like I don't know. I feel like more at one with my body of it all.
I've seen yeah, I guess like with FFS it's like different because it's so hard to like tell the difference. Whereas like a boob job, it's like it's very different, you know. I don't know. I just like I'm not trying to like. I don't need to convince myself that I needed this, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, this was a while ago, but it was like Passy Girl Summer. We're not they worded it in a way that wasn't as
Passy Girl Summer.
I'm gonna like the way I'm describing the TikTok is making it sound really evil, and it kind of was, but the TikTok said like we're getting our bangs nice and even and doing our makeup and getting FFS. We're not buying into the like
Clocky Girl Summer
bullshit more, and like I don't really agree with that. I wouldn't recommend anyone like do something.
Passy Girl Summer, that sounds toxic to me. I'm not gonna lie.
It was toxic, but like there is like you can't really deny that there is like tangible benefits.
There's 100% tangible benefits.
Passing. Yeah.
Of passing, 100%. But yeah, like I said, I don't think surgeries are the be all end all of passing. I honestly feel like there's a lot more that goes into it. I don't know.
Honestly, hair.
The biggest thing for me was changing my hair that had me start passing. I don't know, Gorge. Do you have any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I think that everyone should get FFS.
I think cis people, I think cis men should get FFS.
You know, just like soften faces all across the board.
I would prefer if everyone could get free government covered FFS.
Let's just soften it all up. Make it easier
everyone
on
could
the
be
eyes.
a lot softer and a lot stunninger.
Yeah. Do you want to do an audience question?
I don't think I had any good audience questions that weren't like,
what were most of them?
How do I start HRT? How do I come out? Do you want to give a general answer to coming out?
Listen, I don't know. I think if you're struggling with it, like it is something that you might want to strategize, you know?
Think about,
Think about like who's on your side, who's going to defend you, who's not going to defend you. Get those people who are going to defend you around you.
Yeah, just create a support system.
If it's literally like down to the wire like that, think about where you're going to go after you come out. Like physically, which are you going to go to your room after?
Exactly.
Are you living with your parents? Like, are you going to like,
Yeah.
is it going to be like while you're, I don't recommend okay, here's
I feel like this is a whole other episode. I don't think we should go into it.
Okay, you're
like
right.
As a bit at the end.
Don't come out as trans while you're drunk.
Don't come out as trans while you're drunk.
Or do it. I don't care. I don't know.
Okay.
Aww,
I know.
Iris.
She's being good. This is Iris the cat.
Aww.
Okay. Iris scratching me. Okay. Okay. Well, Gorge, final thoughts. Everyone should get surgery. Everyone should get FFS. I think even little kitties should get FFS.
Can you imagine?
Oh my god, they take their little cat skull. They rip their little cat skull.
Oh no. But then they'd be more feminine.
Her face. She was like, what the f-?
Yeah, no.
She said, I'm already too bitch.
No, cats are already so feminine. I feel
cats
like
are literally...
dogs would benefit more from
I think dogs need to get FFS, feline feminization.
Interesting.
Facial felinization surgery.
Again.
Facial felinization surgery.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye, Gorge. I'll see you next episode. Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.